What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topics, tweets, videos y'all want me to talk about tomorrow? Hey guys, today is Wednesday, January 4th, still the first week of the new 2023 year, and yeah, 4 days in and a lot of things have already occurred. I know a lot of you guys are here because you know about the whole Logan Paul versus Coffeezilla incident, where now Logan Paul has finally responded to that huge documentary and stuff. Okay, we're gonna respond to it, we're gonna react to it. If you haven't seen the video, I'll watch it with you guys and I'll let you guys know how I feel, okay? But first, there's been a lot of crazy stuff that's been happening already in the year 2023 that I'm going to fill you guys in, okay? So I'm going to let you guys know all of the small stuff and then we'll get into the big chunky wonky towards the end, all right? Cool. So yeah, you know the drill. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, and yeah, allow me to lay it on you. A left field, right? Okay, but BYLZL said Rolling Stone being stupid and putting Michael Jackson at number 86 for top 200 singers. Mind you, somehow they put Elvis in front of Michael and Celine Dion didn't even make the list. Exactly why no one takes Rolling Stone seriously. So if you guys don't know, this tweet here pop based, Rolling Stone ranks Michael Jackson as 86th greatest singer of all time. That has got to be a cap. Now, from what I understand when it comes to Rolling Stones and making this list, they've always had like a hard on when it comes to Michael Jackson, and they've always kind of like put in a lot of controversy when it comes to Michael Jackson. But ain't no way, okay? If you're talking about Michael Jackson and you're talking about his career starting from when he was like, oh my God, I just spilled my coffee. 1 second. Oh, God dang it. It's literally all over the keyboard. Please don't stop working keyboard. No. I spilled a massive amount of coffee on my keyboard. I'm just going to pray that it doesn't malfunction. I'm going to keep it moving, all right? Michael Jackson over here looking at me with like the look of shame. Okay, I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry, MJ. Anyway, look. If you're looking at Michael Jackson, okay, as his entirety, as his whole, Michael Jackson is several people, oh no, everything's popping up. It's clicking things I didn't even, oh, it's malfunction. Oh God. Basically, Michael Jackson is more than one person, okay? He has different phases and evolutions. He's like a Pokemon. You had young kid Michael Jackson, and kid Michael Jackson himself was an entity in itself that probably deserved to be on this ranking list. And then you had middle angsty teenage, you know, Michael Jackson here right before he made the switch, the color change, you know, and then he had the color change Michael Jackson. You had all of these different evolutions of Michael Jackson, all of them being absolutely brilliant in their own way, singing, and for him to be ranked 86, absolutely cap. I heard that number 1 went to Aretha Franklin, which I'm like, okay, that's cool, that's what's up. Beyonce somewhere in the top 10, but I don't know, bro. I'm staying away from that Rolling Stones list. Ain't no way you got Michael Jackson on the 86 and Celine Dion is not even on the list at all. Like, what? So guys, unfortunately, one of the first big major passings of celebrities or big stars happened already in 2023. Sean Tamura, my boy, said pro driver Ken Block passed away in an accident. The pro rally driver and Hoonigan founder Ken Block killed in a snowmobile accident. I believe this guy was only like 53 or 55, super young guy, but he was killed in a snowmobile accident. That's absolutely terrible. Reading from here, it says that Ken Block was an American professional rally driver with the Hoonigan Racing Division, formerly known as the Monster World Rally Team. Block was also one of the co-founders of DC Shoes. He also competed in many action sports events, including skateboarding, snowboarding, and motocross. So basically, it sounds like this guy was that dude, and it sounded like he was also really loved and beloved by all his fans. So rest in peace to the guy, Ken Block, man. Very sad to see such a tragic accident happen already this early into the year. Also, an injury and please God, no deaths, and also snowmobile or snow plowing related incident. Jeremy Renner, aka Hawkeye, our guy, Domino Dropix told me about his status, and basically he got into an incident as well, except for he got into an incident with a snow plow. Like, from what I understand, this snow plow was an absolutely huge thing, and he had to go to the hospital as well. He was in critical condition, but Jeremy Renner since then has posted on Instagram that said, "Thank you all for the kind words. I'm too messed up to type now, but I send love to you all." Y'all need to stop playing 2023. Okay, we're not going off the back losing on my boy Hawkeye. Okay, dog, like Jesus. And the incident, from what I understand, has something to do with a plower, like one of those snow things. What happened? The TMZ article said Jeremy Renner, blunt force trauma surgery, was plowing his own neighbor's driveway. Oh my God. It says here, the new video shows that Jeremy Renner's helicopter flight to a hospital shortly after his horrific snowplowing accident, and TMZ has learned new details about his injuries, which caused him to lose a serious amount of blood. The video, obtained by TMZ, starts right after two-time Oscar nominee was loaded onto the chopper Sunday around 9:50 a.m. Eyewitnesses tell us that Jeremy was plowing the road about a quarter mile from his Tahoe home so his family could get out of a massive New Year's Eve storm. According to a neighbor, the plowing machine, called a snowcab, accidentally ran over one one of Jeremy's legs, and he was losing a lot of blood from the injury. We're told another neighbor who's a doctor was able to put a tourniquet on his leg until paramedics arrived. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So yeah, that's Jeremy Renner right now. It sounds like he is in stable condition, but it's still not, still not out the woodworks. He suffered a lot of trauma. So I'll let you guys know if there's more updates on there, but hopefully we don't lose our boy Hawkeye, like Jesus. And also another freaking huge injury occurred that the entire world saw. If you guys don't know, my girl Ruby said the Bills and Bengals game was postponed after a player, Damar Hamlin, went into cardiac arrest. Absolutely terrifying, and he's still in critical condition. I can't show you guys the clip there in question, but there was a football game that was going down, the Bills versus the Bengals, as I just mentioned, and your boy Damar Hamlin actually got the wind knocked out of him. He took a huge blow, which looked like to the chest, and kind of just went onto the field and passed out. Well, I don't know if he passed out or if he went into cardiac arrest, but he was not good, and the entire stadium froze, and everybody was coming to give him CPR for I think like 8 or 9 minutes to get this man to come back to a stable position where he could at least breathe. However, since the incident, there has been an update for about Damar Hamlin. They said just chatted with Damar Hamlin's family friend, this guy's Coley Harvey, and said per Jordan and Damar's family, doctors overnight got promising readings that they had been hoping to see by this morning. Jordan couldn't go into specifics, but progress appears to be made. So it looks like he's still fighting for his life, and I do hope that the young man is actually able to make it through. However, unfortunately, there was a lot of drama surrounding his incident. A lot of people were basically saying, how did this happen? This seems so rare for the NFL for this to happen to a player. What did he inject himself with? Should they continue playing the game? Yada yada. This guy, Skip Bayless, Daily Sports Truth, hottest sports debate. I have no idea who he is. All I know is that he got completely blasted for this tweet. He said, no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? Question mark. This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, ... which suddenly seems so irrelevant. Now, guys, ladies and gentlemen, maybe potentially the reason why the outcome of this game is irrelevant is because a person's life is at stake. Okay, everybody is surrounding the field trying to get this person taken care of so they do not die. And unfortunately, the results of this match between two people is not more important than a person's life. A lot of people were looking at this tweet and like, what is wrong with you? You're sick in the head. Establishing the fact that a lot of NFL players and a lot of sports players in general are only used for entertainment in their lives, and the importance of that is basically being pushed to the side. But yeah, he got absolutely blasted on this tweet. Somebody said, I hope they fire you, bro. For you to even think of this game is very sad. This dude Logan Coke said, this is the most inconsiderate thing you could have said. We are human beings, not just numbers. You've obviously never stepped foot in a locker room or been part of a family like this. We are a band of brothers. Get over yourself, man. Praying hard for Damar and his family. This person, Courage said, wow, this is absolutely disgusting. So like, this guy literally just made the worst tweet of all time when it comes to NFL history tweets. And I think he tried to backpedal and say, yo, like, my bad. I ain't mean it like that, but his ass got cooked. All right, guys, it's the moment you've all been waiting for, okay? You better not have just skipped here, by the way. The other stuff I talked about was pretty important as well. But, okay, Jock64 said Logan Paul responded to Coffeezilla. I've been covering the whole thing with you guys as well. Coffeezilla made a 3-part docuseries talking about this whole scam thing that was going on with Logan Paul and Crypto Zoo, a game for children to play where they can basically play like Pokemon but make money, NFTs, yada, yada, yada. Logan Paul has finally responded after weeks and weeks. Well, actually, it's been only a couple of weeks since the series has dropped. He's finally responded to the accusations on the same day, dropping Prime energy drink with KSI at the same time. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to watch the video together. It's oh man. The video is titled My Response to Coffeezilla's Scam Allegations, and woo-wee, oh my goodness, baby. Almost at 200,000 dislikes here compared to the 70,000 likes. Logan Paul is getting cooked in this video. It's a 7-minute video. We're gonna watch it together, pause it, make some commentary about it, and tell you how I feel about it and all that jazz. But yep, did not play it out well. Kind of similar to his last apology video when the whole haunted forest and the dude and covering the video on that happened. Just not going well, man. Here we go. All right, you guys excited? I'm excited. If you've already watched this too, don't worry, because watching it with me way different than watching it by yourself. Okay, all right, let's let me get my tea.
Coffeezilla. I watched her 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam, and like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money. While your work used to be impartial, your addiction to clicks has clouded your judgment, and you've made very real errors with very real repercussions.
Ooh.
Coffee, you took a shot at my reputation, so in this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel.
Dang! Okay. Logan Paul is clearly, look at his face, clearly, you look into his eyes and you can see the pain, the hurt, the L, the sodium. He is so freaking mad. He is ready. I'm so glad that he did not fly out on Impulsive to go see him, because a man look at you like this and talk to you about like this, you know he would have went down and dirty. Oh my God. Already starting the video off with just basically attacking Coffeezilla, attacking his character, calling him all of these names already, just calling him names and attacking him. And that's not a good look, okay? Because like we're talking about facts and evidences and history and events and things that have occurred that look bad. And to start off the first 30 seconds just being like, Coffeezilla, you're a jerk. That does nothing for your argument. It actually does absolutely nothing. Now, to say that if he's erroneous, sure, bring out the errors, okay? But so far, he just looks like he's a salty, whiny bitch.
See, Coffeezilla tried to work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often speculative.
Okay.
He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance.
Imagine you're a Keemstar, right? You're like, oh, let me just watch this Logan Paul video. And then suddenly you get compared to Coffeezilla being called the Keemstar of cryptocurrency. Like, God damn, bro. He's like, what did I do? That 50 Cent meme. I don't think it's fair to compare him to Keemstar, okay? Because when it comes to Coffeezilla and all the work and the information and investigation that he does, that's not, Keemstar doesn't do 1/10 of that, okay? Keemstar is a drama T channel that just, you know, that's it. And to compare that to Coffeezilla with his high production and a lot of his investigative skills, nah, that's not it, dog. So far, 41 seconds in, Logan Paul capping after capping.
But as opposed to just telling you, I'm going to show you some of the core discrepancies that I caught in Coffeezilla's investigation.
Okay.
Coffee, you interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held it hostage for $1 million.
Yes.
Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely, as the internet detective that you proclaim to be, you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery, armed robbery at a liquor store, and the other for, surprise, obstructing the legal process. I can see why you kept him anonymous.
Who will be calling Z here.
I guess among many things, it doesn't surprise me that he lied about having 30 engineers and a $50,000 a week burn rate.
On my end, I have 30 engineers. I'm burning $50,000 a week.
Which, side note, is how this delusionist landed on the $1 million code ransom, but it turns out he only had 3 engineers. Wouldn't someone with journalistic integrity know their credible source had not only an agenda, but a fondness for orange jumpsuits?
Okay, so discrepancy number 1 is that Coffeezilla did not bring out to light the fact that this guy named Z, one of the people that he uses as a witness for his case, was an actual criminal. And everything that he said about the whole situation was a lie and a cap. I would say so far, Logan Paul's statement about this is correct. Using his man as a source, as a person to attack Logan Paul, and then finding out that he's just been lying and capping about the whole situation to push this agenda, that is not a good looks, okay? Because you don't have a credible source here. In fact, your source has an agenda to make Logan Paul look worse. However, on the flip side, if you want to get mad at Coffeezilla for being lied about it, when this criminal that apparently lied to him, why don't you get mad about your team? Who hired this man, okay? You want to talk about investigative journalism, but you over here running a project that actually has the man on your squad. You got the jail man on your team running with 3 people, okay? And he has a criminal record. Imagine you running a scheme with a guy with a criminal record. Kind of sus, if I may say myself, but let's continue.
Or did you just hear what you wanted to hear and moved on? Because even if you're lying to yourself, Steven, you still have to believe it. And I know what you're thinking. What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like Zach Kelling? I guess that's what I get for trusting the team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process, who has turned out to be a professional con man that I have since learned fooled billionaires, the Mormon Church, the owner of the New York Yankees, and now me. And
So, Eddie. Our boy Eddie, if you guys don't know Eddie, Eddie is the most professional con man out there who's tricked everyone about what he does. And also on top of this being Logan Paul. So Logan Paul is saying, guess what? I got because someone else that I couldn't trust, my investigation team, wasn't good as well. So okay, so far the people around Logan Paul's circle have all been criminals, and I don't think that's a coincidence, but it's only two, right? Well, if you watch the video, you know that's wrong as well, because there was a third, also known as Crypto King, who's also doing criminal type activity out here as well. For some reason, his entire circle, in terms this entire fiasco going down with CryptoZoo has been just bad guys. And Logan Paul is like the Superman of the group, like, hey guys, let's all do something good for the world. Like, nah, dog, there's something to say about the company that you keep.
now me. And surely you knew Emilio, the gentleman who supposedly let his child invest in a cryptocurrency, was allegedly responsible for 2 rug pulls before you interviewed him. So either you missed that or you knew it and failed to let the public know. Why? Because it was a clear sign that he was also untrustworthy.
Okay, so I had mentioned this, all right? And I talked about this when I was on Twitch watching the Coffeezilla Truth. This guy was like, you know, oh, my daughter and my family all invested into CryptoZoo. And I was just like, what? Pause. I had no remorse for the so-called victims in this situation. It was one of the few things that I could not agree with when it came to Coffeezilla in the series. When he was breaking out these people who invested like $50,000, $100,000, and they were talking about how they lost everything or their families was involved, their moms, their pets and everything. And I'm like, bro, you are a grown man. How the hell do you have your daughter investing in CryptoZoo from Logan Paul? Ain't no way. That's a cap. And I already knew that was kind of untrustworthy. This guy is saying he was already a part of 2 different rug pulls. So what I had said when it came to all of these investors, I said, none of them, in my opinion, are victims. They all just got. They were trying to get in on the scam with Logan Paul. It did not play out the way that they wanted to play, and now they're out here crying tears of pain and bankruptcy to Coffeezilla. That's how I felt that they are. I don't agree that most of the people here investing all of these hundreds of thousands of dollars into this project were actually just like, oh, I believe in Logan Paul. You know, no, they were trying to get money. They was trying to scam as well, but unfortunately they were NPCs, part of the side play. I'm sorry, I have no remorse. Okay, unless someone can come up and back them and give me some more information about this. All those people who lost all that money, that scale, I believe, were in on the entire thing.
You seemed pretty excited when the guy told you that he couldn't hatch the eggs.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No, I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
You're kidding! You can't hatch?
You're kidding. You can't hatch?
You can't hatch?
Yeah, 1 second of research would prove that to be false, as you can definitely hatch eggs and even breed your animals.
Click on that. Oh, we got a duck.
It said hatching and breeding on BSC previously functional but currently disabled on the Ethereum. Basically saying that you could hatch the eggs, but there was a condition involved as well, which I believe Coffeezilla had said that you can't even hatch the eggs, which in my opinion was a big crucial detail to the story, because if you could just go there, you couldn't even hatch any eggs, you couldn't even play the game and it wasn't even finished, then that's already just completely terrible. I don't know if he actually addressed the fact that if you can withdraw your money though. I believe there was an issue with that as well, but not being able to hatch the eggs, yeah, sure, that's a discrepancy.
Oh, we got a duck.
And as you pointed out in your fine print, cross-hatching was available on ETH at one point, but you perpetuated the opposite as truth with your chest out.
Basically, nothing worked.
And by the way, Guy, almost all NFTs are just pictures.
Guy.
Just a picture.
And surely a
Not
real
my
internet
guy,
detective
friend.
would not break criminal and civil laws in trying to get information, right? So why have you allowed the illegal recording of Jeff's phone call without his permission? And then more like an internet criminal, post it.
Okay, so this one, I don't know, okay? Because I'm not a lawyer, okay? I've seen some internet lawyers on the comments being like, nah, Texas law, blah, blah, blah. You know, he should be fine. I ain't going to tell y'all nothing about nothing I don't even know about, okay? Invasion of privacy, Penal Code 632 defines the crime of eavesdropping as using an electronic amplifying or recording device to listen in on another person's confidential communication. The offense can be prosecuted as either a misdemeanor or a felony and carries a maximum sentence of up to 3 years in jail. And then also says at the bottom that's highlighted that says a fine not exceeding $10,000 per violation by imprisonment in county jail or in the state prison, or both that fine and imprisonment. So essentially saying that what Coffeezilla did was illegal. I don't know. Some people are saying like, oops, it was illegal. And some people are saying, nah, according to the state, it's not illegal. But as you guys can see already here, Logan Paul is threatening a lawsuit and to put this man behind jails and to sue the ever-living hell out of him.
Online.
And it was interesting. It was like, this is wild.
Now, although you didn't verify any backgrounds, substantiate any evidence, took multiple criminals' words as truth, and broke laws, you still published the defamation. However, unlike you, the blockchain doesn't lie. So let's highlight some things that you did point out. Crypto King Jake.
I just want to say, my man's literally gathered information and then brought it all to light, okay? And then he did push the concept of Logan Paul looking like a scumbag, a scammer, because that's exactly what it looks like. But I did feel like that he brought out people's truths, people's testimonies, okay? Now, the testimonies and people want to lie or credible or source, that's a problem, okay? Because you bring out the testimony of somebody who's a liar, then that messes up the credibility of whatever the argument that you are trying to make. However, I felt like he did extensive amount of investigation and documentation and research. And he also reached out to Logan Paul and his manager. He tried to reach out to all parties involved. Okay, even this guy, Crypto King, got information as well. So in terms of him being investigative journalism, people were not responding to him, aka Logan Paul and his manager, who just went straight to saying like, hey man, you better publish the facts or we will sue.
Jake stole $6 million. True or not, we had already removed him from the team when we realized he was a bad actor and his motives were purely financial.
Ooh.
Conman Eddie, lead developer,
Another bad
stole
actor.
$1.7 million. True or not, when we learned he was a bad actor as well, he was immediately removed from the team. While myself
Another
and
bad
Jeff
actor.
sold nothing and made nothing as verified through investigation and the blockchain.
Jeff, Logan's manager, to my knowledge, never sold. Neither did Logan Paul.
Okay, so the never sold thing I thought was something pretty interesting as well, okay? Now, if you guys don't remember, if you didn't watch this, okay, the whole idea was for nobody to sell so that the market cap of CryptoZoo and the coin goes up, okay? Prisoner's dilemma. If nobody sold their coins and the market valuation just flew up to the top of the roof, then everybody wins. Okay, all of these guys can shave off their earnings towards the end, and they were told not to make the market change by like 5% or something like that, which people were saying was market manipulation. Essentially saying, once it gets to the top, guys, let's take our earnings, and then once it gets to a certain point, then let's take our earnings. Once it gets to a certain point, let's take our earnings. It was a strategy to just basically shave profits off the market cap. So that's what their goal was in terms of Jeff Levin and Logan Paul, hence why they never sold. But also it looks like he had other criminals around him who was like, well, if I sell right now and I could just get out, I could just make money now and I don't gotta take no profits, deuces.
Jeff and I made no money and will never make any money on CryptoZoo. In fact, we only lost money trying to pick up the pieces. As has been the case with dozens of crypto and
Again, you only lost money because you were working with bad dudes, bad goons, okay? But if everybody was all on the same boat, I would have been making bang. If things played out the way that they should have, which was intended based on the documentation they showed on Coffeezilla. That's why I feel like he shouldn't have made a 7-minute video talking about 3 freaking videos that were like 15, 20 minutes average, because he's not addressing the things that incriminate him as a person, that where this big scheme thing of everything looked like an entire scheme. He's not addressing the scheme. He's just trying to find some flaws in Coffeezilla's investigation in order to destroy his reputation and kind of make the whole thing crumble.
NFT projects, the space is unfortunately ripe for bad actors to infiltrate projects that start with even the best intentions.
Sure.
Jake the Snake is no longer affiliated with CryptoZoo, and we hope the money he reappropriated was worth ruining his reputation. Conman Eddie is being investigated by a higher authority that I cannot speak on. As you can imagine, I was not cleared from legal to discuss much of this, including the legal process being undertaken and the criminal investigations going on during the fallout, but I do appreciate you calling out that rats under my nose stole the game code, millions of dollars, and left Jeff and I abandoned with no team and knives in our back.
Okay, so Logan Paul is painting this entire situation as he is a victim. Like, there's no way. We saw so much evidence here when it came to Logan Paul about how all of these things looked very predatory in practice, what the overall goal was, what they were trying to attempt and do, right? And he's literally saying they have done absolutely nothing wrong and that they are victims. Oh my freaking God. That's zero Accountability, ladies and gentlemen.
But even after 12 months of work, you've still managed to overlook one crucial piece of information.
What's that?
See, even though I've said it's coming so many times, you've assumed that CryptoZoo isn't being made. Who are you to decide when the development timeline ends? I got everything stolen from me in our community, stopped promoting publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal issues, took all of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory hit piece fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio.
My guy. You got to stop the cap, okay? He did that whole picture just to do this? Like, he put all this time and energy to make himself dress up like Coffeezilla when he could have used 1/10 of that time to go in the Discord where everybody felt like they were abandoned to just say, hey guys, something happened. We're going to have to push the timeline away, because this man abandoned the project. He didn't say nothing to no one about anything about the people and the investors that were going down, okay? The only reason why Logan Paul has to address what's going on is because Coffeezilla made this hit piece. But if Coffeezilla or nobody said nothing, you would still have this Discord with people filled with Logan Paul not saying nothing. It was actually shown that Logan Paul came in and said, hey, after this hit piece came in, he said, hey guys, you guys there? How's everything going? Back from the store with some milk. Like, come on, dog. Like, there's no way that you are somehow this innocent, okay? After everything has been said, if you feel like you have done absolutely nothing wrong, then I believe that there is an agenda that you are trying to push here, which is to smear Coffeezilla and make yourself look like some holy saint, holier than thou. And I think everybody sees through it.
$1 studio. Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it. Maybe we could have talked about this if you had reached out to me personally, not my manager Jeff, who is not me, Steven, but the first time you did was on Christmas Eve after you released your series so you could rely on false statements and unreliable people used recklessly. The subject line was third request for comment. Yeah, not quite. This will be my third time reaching out to you and your team. The first 2 times were through your manager Jeff. The first 2 times were through your manager Jeff. Okay, so the last time on Christmas Eve after the fact was to me.
Okay, Logan Paul, what the hell is wrong with you, dog? Okay, you are lying to your audience. Okay, you literally blocked Coffeezilla on Twitter. You're complaining about him not reaching out to you, and yet you have a communication major source of that blocked from him communicating with you. Look, Coffeezilla has already said, and we'll go over the tweets as well, that he tried to reach out to this man on Instagram, and he tried to reach out to him on another platform as well. And then he was like, all right, well, that's not working. Let me try to reach out to the manager to try to get to Logan Paul, okay? He has made numerous attempts to try to reach out to Logan Paul. And then Logan Paul is over here like, what? Well, haven't you trying to hit me up one-on-one? No, are you kidding me? That's like saying, dog, why didn't you call me and I have your phone number blocked on my phone?
You have a funny way of twisting things. And I also noticed you left out that part on Twitter. Why hide that? Trust me, CryptoZoo is coming. I will make damn sure of it. And honestly, it sucks that after years of personal reform, going through trials and tribulations and busting my ass to evolve into a person that I can say I'm actually proud of, you led the charge to drive and monetize a narrative telling millions of people that I'm a fraud or I tried to scam my audience. That is patently false. This video is mainly for my fans and anyone who's on the
So this is the part that I found kind of interesting, okay? Because Logan Paul says that after the incident with the haunted forest, he's been trying to clean himself up and do things right and do things good and fix his reputation and busting his butt, I guess, to be a good person, right? To clean those things up. I didn't realize you had to bust your ass in order to just be a decent person. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that the problem is that this entire scheme, okay, he's working with a bunch of villains and dudes, and he's saying that everything that happened to him, and he's just the victim. And all of this, and then also Coffeezilla pointing out the fact that this entire scheme was shady as well, making Coffeezilla an also bad person. Everybody around Logan Paul is bad, except for him and his manager, and that just doesn't add up. That doesn't make any sense, okay?
Defense that I hope I can help understand a situation that is tremendously complex, but has been oversimplified for both views and clicks. And lastly, Coffeezilla, I now know your motives with this. Clout and money, good for you, but also you're slimy as so I'm not going to come on any of your podcasts. If you want to come on Impulsive and talk about this, that's fine. You've denied my invitation multiple times. You're still invited. It can be a one-on-one. If not, we're going to handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
Okay, so I just want to say, Logan Paul, Coffeezilla, if you guys need a neutral platform, okay? Ain't no way Coffeezilla is going to Logan Paul. Ain't no way Logan Paul is going to Coffeezilla. So how about y'all come on my platform, okay? I'm neutral in the situation. I know it looks like I'm busting Logan Paul's chops, but hey, if he has fair points like he's made in this conversation so far, I will, all right? And I will take the fact that, yeah, sure, maybe there were errors in Coffeezilla's video, okay? And there were discrepancies as well, okay? I don't think pointing out the errors, though, takes away from the big picture. And this 7-minute video does not cover all of the incriminating evidence that Logan Paul shows in the video where he was doing kind of behind the back shicey type things, which he did not conveniently address. But if he wants to address those things on that platform, you guys can come to my channel and I'll be the moderator. Okay, I'll sit here and then I'll watch the whole thing unfold and it's interesting because it's like, yes, Logan Paul, Coffeezilla is making a video series on you because what you did was kind of shysty in terms of what was happening with the whole CryptoZoo project. Yes, he's trying to grow his YouTube platform, just like how you were trying to grow your YouTube platform when you went to a haunted forest and you decided to show a dead guy. Okay, everyone's trying to grow or make money. Okay, everyone needs to pay bills. Okay, this is not an exception here. What's happening here is people feel like what you did went to the part of greed. If you are so successful and so rich and so famous and so good, then why is this scheme here that looks very schemish here even occurring in the first place? And then he shows this video of CryptoZoo coming 23-24, like that's supposed to do something. Like, one of the worst videos of all time, no apologies, zero accountability. Okay, so Coffeezilla has since responded, not officially, but on Twitter. So Coffeezilla said, Logan Paul responded, too long, didn't watch. Zero apologies, zero addressing victims, zero accountability. I will reply in full when I organize my thoughts, but for now, Logan accuses me of not reaching out to him directly until December 24th, 2022, but doesn't mention I reached out to him over a year prior on Instagram. And this picture here shows October 1st, 2021. Hey Logan, I've been trying to reach people from the CryptoZoo team to get a comment on the emergent story that the devs for this project haven't been paid. I have two really good sources saying they have not been paid by CryptoZoo, that in fact, no devs have been paid. In fact, that V3 was an attempt to blacklist some of the wallets from people who invest in their own money into CryptoZoo. I liked a response from the CryptoZoo team within 24 hours. In which he said, it was only after not getting a response from him that I began calling his manager Jeff for answers about the CryptoZoo developers and got comically stupid responses. Logan Paul then responded to the tweet, which I guess he keeps, does Logan Paul just keep blocking Coffeezilla on like Twitter or just and then unblocking him? Like like hey yo Coffeezilla says something about you. He unblocks him, replies, and reblocks him. Is that what's happening, or is he officially unblocked now? I don't know. Anyway, Logan Paul said, if you expect me to see every DM that comes through from every social media gossip channel trying to make a name for themselves, you're ridiculous. And like I said in my email. Now, okay, look, in my opinion, the problem with Logan Paul and his energy is, again, that he feels like a victim and he's trying to criminalize and villainize Coffeezilla here. Like it's like he's trying so hard to counter defame Coffeezilla, to point out the holes and the stuff where he might have messed up, where he didn't have all the information. And that's what he's trying to do, is trying to make people feel like he's not valid. But like, if you're going to do that, you're going to have to extensively break down his argument, especially the parts that he did not address. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he said in his email, you scrubbed the blockchain for a living and somehow managed to text my personal phone number yesterday. I can't imagine you didn't know or have my professional email. In which Coffeezilla said, no, I don't expect you to see every DM, which is why I reached out to your manager and explicitly said I was trying to reach you because I hadn't gotten a response. Logan's really reaching for this one, in which he said October 24th, hi Jeff, I'm reaching out for a comment on CryptoZoo, which I'm doing a story on. I'd like to speak to you and Logan as soon as possible since I have so many people telling me you guys scammed them. Well, like everyone's side of the story, this is Steven, creator of Coffeezilla. Please let Logan know I like to speak to him and it's hard to reach him as you know. This man literally has receipts saying I can't get in touch with them and I'm reaching to your manager. That's literally how you reach famous people, is you talk to their manager. Okay, he's shown enough evidence that he's been trying to get in contact with Logan Paul, and Logan Paul is trying to push this narrative that like Coffeezilla doesn't do his due diligence and never tried to reach out for Logan Paul. Do you honestly think this would be so much better for Coffeezilla to have Logan Paul's input? Okay, there's no reason why he would not reach out to you if he's been doing all this investigative journalism with all of these people. Of course he wants your comment. Of course he wants to get to the bottom of it. Okay, if you have evidence or information that shows that you are actually a good guy, I'm sure Coffeezilla will be like, dang, you truly got God. Thanks for the information. When I make this video, I'll be showing how Logan Paul is the victim of this huge scam. You know what I mean? So like, if you have nothing to hide criminally, like if you really came in here with best intentions and you did your best and you didn't do anything that was kind of whack, that was going to hurt anybody, then of course you bring that information. Yeah, dog. Yeah, let's talk. I'll tell you everything that's going on right now. Okay, some of the stuff I have to keep hidden or whatever, but I'll let you know what's going down because I ain't do nothing. Then he replied and said, this is hardly important with all the insane lies on Logan Paul's new video, but did he really say he was going to sue me and also say he'd love to host me on Impulsive? It's a trap. This ain't a podcast invite, bro. It's going to be him serving him his lawsuit. You know, daggone well, that's what Logan Paul would do, is like, you've been served, and just slam it down and waste his time. Continuing, he said the reviews are in for Logan Paul's response video to CryptoZoo, which we'll go back and look at the comments as well. I still have that up. But zero apologies, zero addressing victims, zero accountability. Does anyone else feel like he should have responded more in detail than a 7-minute video? The best thing he could have done is go after those guys and refund the people who lost their money. Then I'd believe it, but no, he doesn't. From prime to crime gets me every time. How can I blame everyone else and not take accountability? That should be the title of this video. Also saying, can I get over the fact that Logan Paul subscribed to my Patreon, advertised it on his main channel, said he admired my work ethic and creativity, and then he said he's suing me. And quickly going back to some of the comments that have been trending for the past couple of hours, it's like hiring a team of former bank robbers to run a new bank you decided to open. Fascinating. So reaching out through Logan's management is not the way to reach out to Logan. Makes perfect sense. A masterclass on how to not take accountability for anything. Imagine the fact that before he published this video, he thought it would be received well. I love the fact that Logan, or the editor, tries to make Coffeezilla an idiot by making memes and distorting his face as a 6-year-old would do. A very smart way to address this. Logan learned the word bagged actor and won't stop. Contact me, not my manager. That's what managers are for. Logan. All of this is just non-stop information about how Logan Paul is just capping, and it was not a good video for him. Whatever he was trying to get, I don't know what the outcome was, but it was not the one that he was trying to go for. And last but not least, but there was a couple of people like, you know, like Charlie and Ludwig and some other commentators and stuff that have been talking about this situation as well. Charlie said, Logan Paul hired more criminals for his CryptoZoo team than the Suicide Squad. Ludwig tweeted, massively disappointed by Logan Paul and his ad hominem riddled video. I agree. It was so much ad hominem. Like the fact that he kept name calling freaking Steven Coffeezilla over and over again in order to try to make him look worse. Just calling someone a name and be like, hey, you're a bad person, you're a jerk, you're this, you're that. Like, that doesn't do anything but hurt your argument here, okay? He said, I know my take is small beans in the grand scheme of things, but it does reinforce the idea that you should enjoy his creators' content at an arm's length. You never know who's a decent person. And then I had said too, I said, I take 1 week, oh, that was a while where I said I take off 1 week, and then Andrew Tate gets arrested with Logan Paul probably joining him shortly after. Logan Paul is trying to come out with lawsuits to come against Coffeezilla, but look, after all this information got exposed, I have to ask myself, like, as Logan Paul, like, bro, if you did nothing wrong, are you sure that you're not going to actually get the authorities to start sniffing up your butt? Because it don't look good. This guy here said, how did Logan Paul manage to make a worse apology video than this, where he said a video 5 years ago saying so sorry about the haunted forest situation. Jake Lucky said Logan Paul accusing Coffeezilla of not doing his research while admitting he hired multiple criminals and condemned to his crypto team has got to be the funniest thing out right now. And last but not least, the actual comment that I made about it, I said Logan Paul's response ignored nearly all evidence that incriminated him, even if he thinks Coffeezilla is acting in bad faith or is a bad actor or committed illegal practices, right? Not taking any accountability is absolutely wild. So yeah, guys, that's the Coffeezilla Logan Paul situation, his response. I'll let you guys know if there's any updates. I believe Coffeezilla is probably going to be working on his video next response after he gets his thoughts together, is what he said, but like, I don't feel like it's going to be very difficult. This was not like some hit piece where Logan Paul was like, ha, I made a hole in your argument and now your entire thing is collapsed. No, bro, Logan Paul, there's so many things that were brought up, so many important issues that you did not address, okay, that you did not talk about at all, that makes you look really bad. And then the ones that you did bring up, it was just basically reinforcing the fact that you were working with criminals, you were working with bad faith actors, and somehow you were the only one that was over here with a cross in your hand saying like, hey guys, let's make the world a better place. Like, that's Nah, bro. Where there is smoke, there is fire. That's how I feel about it. But anyway, I'll let you guys know if there's more updates. Let me know how you guys feel about the situation as well. All right, guys, that's all I have for this video. I'm going to be heading out to MagFest this week, starting on Thursday. So if you guys are out there, you can come say hi to me, and I'll be there somewhere just, you know, just running around, walking around. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. This is my first MagFest. So that's where I'll be for the next couple of days. So probably no video unless I pre-record one and then drop it. I don't know if I'll do that anyway. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. At the earliest, maybe sometime this week, and at the latest, probably next Monday. I love you guys. I'll see y'all later. Take it easy. And I'll be safe on the streets because them streets ain't safe. All right, peace.